Hey everyone, just going to show you guys a little bit about Peardeck and making a interactive presentation. So what's nice about Peardeck is you can embed questions and activities onto a Google Slides. So you need to install the Peardeck add-on, and then you'd be able to have this in your Google Slides. And right now I'm working on making a writing workshop for my students. And with Peardeck, once you get it started, so once you're started and have the students join with the code and stuff that you can find there, you can either have it set to teacher paced or student paced, or you can start teacher paced and then let students work from there. So that's what I'm doing with this one is I would start this slide and this slide. I would talk about the 4 different types of sentence structures, and then I would allow it to be student paced from there, where they could then go and do the actual workshop. So simple sentence, they don't have to do anything there with their writing, so they have written a short story, and I'm presuming they have a lot of simple sentences. And then they would go to the next one, a compound sentence, find 2 simple sentences in your story that you combine into one compound sentence. When finished, paste your new compound sentence as your answer. So they're learning how to do this so then they can do it on their own in their writing. So that's one example, and then they can do more as they revise. And you'll see here there's a little thing that I added on the bottom. I did that again with this complex. I added a text question, which I've got in next slide. I'll show you a little bit more how that would work. And now I'm going to put my actual question for them here. Complex sentence is a dependent clause with a complete independent clause. So I'm going to say something like, convert a simple sentence into a complex sentence, or combine simple sentences to create a complex sentence. And then paste your new sentence as your answer. So that essentially, when they are doing it, that is going to give them the question, and then they'll be prompted to answer it on their screen. So they would have this open on a Chromebook, and they would join once they were start the lesson. And then, so if I have now a compound complex sentence, so that's going to be the next step up. I want to have that, and then I want to add that question. So I'm doing a text question here. I click on that, and it will insert that for me. Notice there are all sorts of types here. By the way, some of what I'm talking about here, there is the premium, which allows for you to do, I think a few of these are limited when it's not on the premium. Also, not on the premium, you wouldn't be able to actually go back and review student responses. So you can do things live and view answers live, but if you wanted to go back and review later, the only way you can do that is if you have the premium. So it's not terribly expensive, it's not terribly cheap, but it's not terribly expensive if you are doing something like this where you need to go back and review the answers later. If you're doing the presentation live, you can see their answers live. If you do a poll, you'd be able to see their answers live on the free version. All right, so I've added that compound complex, create, rewrite, tweak, or tweak an existing sentence or 2 into a compound complex sentence. Sentence. Paste your new sentence as your answer. Okay, so now we have that prompt for them. And then the last slide I have here, I do the same thing. So this isn't a sentence thing, sentence type, but it's a way they can spice up their sentences. So we add, again, how we do it is add question type. If it's a multiple choice or things like that, it'll give you different options here. And now I'm going to put in my question. And so this is just on the slide. They add this thing, then I'm adding this. You type your actual question on the slide. So add a participial phrase to a simple sentence. This may involve using information from another sentence. You can then remove or adding new information entirely. Paste your new answer, your new sentence as your answer. All right, so that's what they have to do there. All right, so then if I actually wanted to do this with the students, I would then go hit start lesson. And if I wanted to start them off student paced where they were student paced the entire time, I would use this. If I wanted to start out at least instructor paced, I would do this one, and it would bring me to this screen here, where I would then go ahead and they could either go to this joinpd.com and put in this code, or as I show in a different video, you can give them a link. This teacher dashboard is the thing that is premium only, and that's where you'd be able to see responses later and things like that. And then, I could go through this. Right now it's on teacher paced. So, I'd be starting off, talk about this, and I would talk about this. And then as I would do it, I would then switch to student paced from here. So you can go here and switch to, turn on student paced. And then the students would be able to move at their own pace from there and complete, for me, the workshop. So it's a nice little tool. A lot of different ways you can use it. I use it for this. I use it for notes. Add interactive stuff to that if I want, or just that they can see it on their Chromebooks. It's a versatile tool.